That doesn't have the red light, does it?
Well, it's not that, because it's gone.
Okay.
Red light
All
there.
right. Okay, I like that.
Police car coming. They may be coming to get us before we start.
All right. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison, and we're thankful for Bledsoe Telephone Company as our sponsor. You can see us on the BTC Fiber YouTube page as well as Channel 18. And today we're starting a new chapter with Valley Views. We can call it, I guess, the Bledsoe County chapter or whatever. But we're now focusing some of our audience in Bledsoe County and some of the businesses and so forth. And today we have with us Matt Boynton, and he's the president of the Chamber of Commerce board here. So Matt, it's good to have you. Appreciate you being with us today. And we want to find out some things, Matt, about Pikeville, and so that, because I know there's a lot of people moving into the area, you know, different from out of the area that may, because I see them sometimes even on Facebook asking, where can I rent, where can I buy, and, you know, they're looking for stuff.
Yes, sir.
And so they probably don't know things like you and others that have lived here all your life. They don't know that. So, but let me ask a few questions about the chamber. First of all, you mentioned it has a board. Now it has, you said 11 members?
It's an 11-member board and 2 ex officio members, that being the county mayor and the city mayor.
And so y'all meet probably once a month?
Monthly, yes, sir.
And then y'all just go over things that come up or some of your plans?
Yes, sir. And we have different subcommittees within the chamber, so we get reports on from those committee chairs, and then we also talk about upcoming events and anything that may be happening.
Well, I know probably as a chamber you want to get as many people involved in the community here about doing different things, so whether it be a festival or a weekend event or something, or maybe it's just a one day event, which could be a lot of things from from the fair. Y'all have a big fair here, but of course that y'all are not really in charge of that, but you promote that and want people to get out. And then there's things, you've got the new pad up here in town that I think this started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that brought in a lot of people, didn't it?
A lot of people. That our event July 3rd, Cruise In, and those are taking place monthly, and they've been a huge success. That's mostly put on by the city and the Main Street Committee. They're doing a fantastic job, and the chamber really congratulates the effort that they've put in and the success that they're having. Had a great fireworks show, Cruise In. Had a little burnout on the burnout pad, and that seems to be something people really enjoy attending. And I attended the July 3rd event, and it was really a nice time.
Well, and y'all have a nice area downtown where y'all really made downtown attractive here.
Yes,
that
sir.
The city and county has, and you've got the stage where y'all have several events on that stage from time to time.
Sure.
Do you not?
Sure, and usually there's an event on the stage, a concert in association with those cruise-ins. So it just turns out to be a real nice evening, and they seem to be very well attended.
And I noticed, I think, if I have my dates right, I think you have something coming up. Is it this weekend at the stage? I think there's something coming up. I think I saw Carrie Hassler.
Okay, sure.
I think that was right. I'm not exactly sure on that. I think that's right. And but she's a hometown native.
Yes.
And a very good singer.
Yes. Yeah.
And so I know that'll draw people.
Mm-hmm.
They like to hear her. But I know the chamber doesn't always just, it looks out for businesses. I know that's the focus of a chamber, to help businesses, to help bring in business.
Yes.
But you're also out to for the community as far as not just business, but things like, I know y'all, I think it's the city our county's been talking about that splash pad that we're trying to get through grants and stuff.
Yes.
And so you're in not only just businesses, but like recreation and tourism and all kind of things.
Yeah, it's definitely a complete package. You need to be sure you have the recreation, the tourism, some things for the kids, playground, ballparks. It's definitely, so those discussions take place in the chamber board meetings, and I think we want to support the entirety of that program, because without those activities, it may be hard to recruit workers for the business. So
Right.
it's just definitely a kind of a cycle, and you want to be sure that all aspects are taken care of.
And the chamber is a focal point for people from outside of town to call and say, hey, I'm interested in this.
Mhm.
What do you have? Or businesses that want to locate here.
Sure.
And you have Avagen, I think, is the latest
Yes.
one you have.
Yes, they're building a new feed mill here. It can be seen if you come into town. It sort of looks like we've got the start of a high rise.
Yeah.
Or a downtown area. It's really nice to have. They're going to be doing a lot of good things through that business. They'll be creating, obviously, feed, and that with that will come some jobs and different things. So we're really excited about having them and the new facility they're building here in Pikeville.
Well, and when you get a business like Avagen, then you have other businesses that are similar or work with companies like Avagen, and they want to be close by so
Sure.
they can work. So that might bring in other businesses
We
as well.
we can hope that will happen. Yes.
Well, do you have, with your board, do you have and your board, you said not only has businesses, but as well as individual members, right?
Well, as membership.
Membership, that's what I meant,
yes.
yes.
Yes, well, you can be a business, and we do have just individual members that just are interested in being a part and seeing the success of the town and the county.
And I'm sure that's, you've got quite a few that are really interested in trying to develop this area, just like other areas that have chambers, that have
Yes.
volunteers. Because if it wasn't for volunteers, you wouldn't have much, would it? It'd be
No,
all the work
no.
on the board, would it?
Yeah, and the board is a completely volunteer organization as well.
Right.
So that is true. Without our volunteers, we really wouldn't have a chamber.
Well, on your board, do you have people like, are you required to have people like maybe in education, some in
We try to put a good, I think the board consists of a good variety. As I said, the ex officio members are the county and city mayor. We have folks that represent several different businesses in town and in the county, from farmers to the banks to just a good variety of backgrounds of people that bring to the table.
Well, I know, just like Sequatchie County, Bledsoe County, being a small county, the people, the businesses and everything, they all work with each other and they help each other. I mean, I know their funds are limited a lot of times, but most of them, they think about the children, think about the community, and they're able to get out there
And we do. One of the things we've got coming up, believe it or not, this fall is right around the corner, and we've got our fall festival coming up. The businesses and organizations have been very generous in donation to our fall festival for this year, and I think it's going to be a really good success.
And what's the dates on that?
I don't know the exact dates on that, but you can definitely go to our website, the chamber
Okay.
website, and find those dates. Fall Festival's got social media, and we'll be posting more about what's going to take place and just the whole weekend. We've got a golf tournament that's going to be coming up, so just check out there. Just go to the Fall Festival Facebook and chamber website, and you can find out more about those events coming up.
Well, that sounds exciting. I know, I think most people really enjoy just simple things, just getting out and having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
They're not out for necessarily the big things. They just want to come out where their whole family can come out and enjoy it and have a good time, and they
Sure.
can go home and feel like they've done something, have
Sure.
a good time.
Sure. And we're glad to be back. I think maybe it's a little more appreciated this year as we found that those things couldn't take place in 2020. So
Right.
I think folks it seems to me that all the events that I've been to, both here locally and in the area, have been very well attended and well supported. I think people maybe we've got a new recognition of the importance of having a nice little event to attend.
Right, and tired of being at home.
Yeah.
Matt, you talked about the volunteers, but what about a paid director? Y'all looking at that?
Yes, we're very actively seeking a director. We just think we could, all the volunteers, of course, they're the folks you want, and they're very busy in their own, with their own careers, and take the time to be a volunteer on the chamber. And I think those folks definitely believe in its mission, but maybe a little bit limited, like all of us, in how much we can do. So we're
Right.
actively seeking a director that can take on. We just feel like we could do a lot more and accomplish more if we have that.
Well, the director would, first of all, get the mail, and they could see about things for grants and other things
Sure.
that they might be able to sit in. They could sit down and do.
They might could focus on
Yeah.
where the board, maybe they want to do those things, but they can't be their focus because they have to
Right.
take care of their own business. So,
Right.
but we're actively seeking that and hope to be able to put that in soon.
Well, and also, you need a director to, because sometimes they may not decision may not can wait till you meet.
True.
And
Sure.
it might need something.
And another thing, we've got an office here in the municipal building in Pikeville. Of course, a lot like other things that had took a closure during the 2020 during the pandemic, and we're really looking forward to getting that open again, having a director, and having that presence here for maybe visitors that stop by if they need information about the area. Or as you mentioned, if they're looking for a realtor or
Right.
just want to learn more about the area, we want that resource to be here and available.
Right, because the chamber can, like you mentioned, if they come, then they can say, well, here, if you're interested in restaurants, here's the ones
Sure.
we have, or
Sure.
if you're interested in property, see these people.
Sure.
They can direct them in the right way where they don't have.
need a place to stay or
Yeah.
any of the above. Sure.
And I know that's a good thing for the chamber to do. And now you mentioned the fall festival. Of course, I know y'all do many things throughout the year, various things. Do you have any particular things other than that fall festival coming
We've
up?
got one that's really, I think, kind of exciting, and she will be here at our next meeting to present and talk about this. But Miss Lola Sales
Uh-huh.
is putting together a program that we're going to help with to really go above and beyond this year decorating for Christmas, to decorate
good.
the town
Good.
for Christmas. So we're kind of looking forward to that. She's got some really big vision of what it could be, kicking off with the Christmas parade and running maybe some events on the weekends through the season, and just have a really above and beyond on our decorations, and maybe trying to make it a little local attraction. So we're excited to hear what she's got in store for that, and that's one that's on the up and coming events that we hope to really support.
I know with Christmas decorations, sometimes they can really be expensive, when you.
Sure.
And, but you can tell if you go to some of the older cities that have kept their decorations, you can tell the difference between the older decorations and the newer ones.
And that's one thing that maybe we can put a plug in here for. There's probably a lot of addicts out there that have a lot of good decorations that aren't used, and Miss Lola said you can bring those by her shop on Main Street, and she'll put any of those to good use this year.
Well, good.
So
That
I think
sounds
she's
exciting.
already started a pile of decorations there that she's getting ready to put to good use. Said the tackier the better. So we're looking forward to helping her with that project as well.
Well, you never know, you might come up with some antique decorations that
Sure.
you're not aware of.
Sure.
So Christmas is my favorite time of year. I like just seeing all the different things and
Mhm.
being around. I'm like a little kid, just I get excited too.
Right. Yes, sir.
Well, let's see. I'm sure the businesses have been receptive, and the residents around here. A lot of times it takes for residents to understand the chamber, they have to kind of get educated a little bit and understand what it does. But I know y'all are working with the businesses hard, because you want them to thrive, and you know, they're interested in building their business. And being a small town, I know there's plenty of small towns around in Tennessee, but a lot of them have a lot of little activities going on, or weekend events. I know over in Middle Tennessee, can't think of well, the name leaves me now, but I know they're just a small town, but they have a weekend festival once a year, and it brings in thousands of people.
Bell Buckle.
Bell Buckle, yes, I kept wanting to say Bull, and I knew Bull wasn't right.
Right.
Bell Buckle, and you know, they have their, and if I always thought if a little town like Bell Buckle could bring in thousands of people, why can't we?
Any town could, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And of course, I know y'all will be busy with the 127 sale this week, and that brings in a ton of people, and that helps, I guess, the local economy some, doesn't it?
I'm sure it does. I mean, those folks have gotta get a bite of lunch or tank of gas or something.
Yeah.
So you know it has to help.
And
If
and I
nothing
know,
else, it introduces a lot of people to the area.
right, and sometimes, of course, you want things. A lot of times you want them now, but things take time and to get it done right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know by living in Dunlap, you know, I've lived there a long time now, and I can remember when it was just nothing. There was a lot of space in between stores, you know.
Yes, sir.
And same thing here. There's a lot of space sometimes in between businesses, and you think, well, I'm running out of town, you know, and then a store will pop up. It just takes time for things to mingle in.
Mm-hmm.
And,
sure.
and I know that's what y'all are trying to do, is trying to bring in other businesses as well. And not necessarily to compete with your business, but bring in different types of business.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And of course, y'all have a lot of antique homes. I call them antique, but the older style homes that bring a lot of people here to look, just to look.
Yeah, and I think that's sort of where the Christmas lights come in. You know, some of the kind of come through the historic district with the older homes, and then right into the Main Street that's been revitalized. It'd be pretty nice.
Yeah, I
It'd be
mean,
a nice little drive through, and I think that's Miss Lola's vision, is that it would be a complete trip when you kind of get off the bypass, go down Main Street, and it would be all decorated and just be a nice little drive.
yeah, that would be something I'd be interested in seeing. I'd like to.
Sure.
I'd be glad to see
And
that
I
come.
think she may have a vision of some, you know, when you get to town, there's some caroling and hot chocolate, and you know, just a nice little Saturday afternoon thing to do.
Well, that'd be great. If any businesses that are not members now, or individuals who want to be an individual member, how do they get in touch?
You go right to our website, and there's links to join now, or you can call 423-447-2791.
Okay.
That also, but probably the best way, all the information that they would need will be right there on our website.
And your website is?
Just you can just do a search for Pikeville Bledsoe County Chamber of Commerce, and it's the top one.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
Good. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add for what?
I think so. I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me, and look forward. Maybe we could do this on a regular basis and get some updates for.
Well, we hope to, and that's one of our things. We want, as I mentioned earlier, we want to start focusing on some of the businesses and individuals and things here in Bledsoe County, because we call our program Valley Views.
Okay.
So we don't want to just stick to one area.
Yes,
and,
sir.
This is something we want to increase, and we've got a lot of other ideas coming down the road.
Well, good. Well, thank you for what you're doing.
Hey, well, I appreciate it, and appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
Again, you can see us at BTC Fiber YouTube page, like it and subscribe to it, as well as Channel 18 on BTC Fiber local cable channel. Again, thank you, and look them up on their website if you have any questions. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.